Let's talk NBA All-Star Game. The first round of votes were tallied, and I'm looking at a list of 40 players. And I'm not going to lie, some of them had me scratching my head. Did the fans get it right?
You know what? I don't think they did. Not in all accounts. There are some players on this first fans returns that I'm just like, what? It has to be. I do know that the fan voting is a popularity contest. It's clearly that it is. And I think
Mhm.
some of the, at least one player on this list is for nostalgia's sake because ain't no way. Ain't no way. And I just think that I almost wonder if, because the league is changing, because I believe there could be a lot more parity in the league, because the smaller markets are balling out of control and the smaller market teams are being televised more. It's just a little bit more, the playing field appears to be a lot more open in the league now with high scoring and, all the things. And you got small markets with great players and people are tuning in to watch those games.
Yeah.
I think that either we know that the larger markets will probably have more people voting than maybe the smaller markets, right? But since the smaller markets are having more eyes on them as far as these games are concerned, I just think that maybe the NBA need to reconsider how the voting happens. I know it's 50% now and then 25% for the media and then 25% for the players and coaches. I suggest that the fan voting is 25% too. And then another 25%, the remaining 25%, should be tallied some way with all this technology where if your team is not in the top six, your players start to get deducted points. I mean, it just don't make sense. Like, how you gonna have some of these players on this all-star list and their teams is losing? I don't get it. They're at the bottom of the conferences, but again, it's a popularity contest. So I always question that. So I don't know if they got it right in all accounts, is what I would say.
Yeah. Well, the fans vote from their heart, like you mentioned, and it's interesting though, because I'm looking at a player in the Western Conference front court by the name of Kawhi Leonard, who's only played about 15 to 17 games this season. No way in the world he should be deemed an all-star for this season.
And I stand Kawhi.
Yeah.
If you've watched any of our videos, I stand Kawhi. But to be on this list for this season, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, I can be objective enough to know that Kawhi Leonard has not played enough games. And I'm sorry, the Kawhi Leonard that is playing right now, you can tell that he's trying to get into his rhythm, right? So no way he should be on this list. But let me tell you this. I actually am a subscriber to the LA Clippers newsletter, and they are promoting Kawhi Leonard and Paul George for voting. Now, maybe because they're their marquee players, but honestly, y'all can't promote somebody else. For real, maybe Paul George. I will give Paul George. But Kawhi Leonard for this time, I'm sorry. Not this season, not at this time. He may actually be phenomenal and maybe get back into his rhythm by the end of the season. But for this all-star voting, I'm sorry. No, not right now. He hasn't played enough games for me.
Yes. Now I'm looking at Kevon Looney, which was one of the biggest surprises for me. I mean, I like Loon, but all-star? No.
You know what? Another one that shocked me, again, we're on the Western Conference. Austin Reeves. Sir. Hey, not enough for all-star when I know there's other players out there that really should be on the list. Continue to do your thing with the Lakers, no disrespect. But the Lakers have about 5 players on this all-star list. About 5. LeBron James gonna be on there regardless. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Anthony Davis, okay, whatever, right? And then I also saw Russell Westbrook and Austin Reeves. 4 players. How y'all got so many?
I know, and they're at the bottom of the conference, but the West is tough though. I think the Lakers are maybe 1 or 2 games from top 8 at least. All right, so let's move to the Eastern Conference. I mean, the front court. I watched a game recently where Jason Tatum said, "Oh, well, it's tough. I'm number 4, but I'm behind Kevin Durant, Giannis, and Joel Embiid, all averaging 30. I have a tough hill to climb if I want to be, the top vote getter." And honestly, I agree with him because there's no way he's going to out. I just think he's fine right where he is. He deserves to be an all-star. The top 3 dudes ahead of him right now deserve to be there. 3.1 million votes for KD, top vote getter in the Eastern Conference. I don't see any problem with that. In fact, the entire Eastern Conference front court, with the exception of Paolo Banchero, I'm just not on board with right now. He's a young player. He has time to make all-star. I would rather see someone else take that spot.
I'm on the fence with Paulo Banchero. I mean, if he's on here, that's fine. I don't have really a say. Nick Claxton was somebody that was like, I guess. I mean, he's like in the leading top 5 in blocks for this season. I guess he was the one that I scratched my head about. I was like, Nick, I don't know.
Yeah, happy to see Kyle Kuzma after going through what he's been through, since leaving the LA Lakers, finally getting his spotlight, well deserved. Happy for Kuz. I hope he can stay as the ballots continue to roll in for the second and third returns.
You know, another one, and this I'm going down to the guards. And as phenomenal as this player has been in the past, and currently we're seeing some spots of that now that he's returned back to the court. Kyrie Irving is another one. I'm like, yeah, no. He's another one for me. I'm just like, I'm not certain. I just don't know if he should be top of the list. It's just, I don't know. He was one that I was just like, is this from nostalgia's sake? Or is it because the Brooklyn Nets organization is pushing, through their email newsletter or through what they may be doing in their market to have Kyrie Irving? I get KD. Kyrie is a hard one for me, just for this season at this time. And I don't know, maybe it's because I still have some residual of him not being able to play, for the past 2 seasons for whatever reason. Maybe that's a part of why I have this bias, maybe why he shouldn't be on the list. But it has nothing to do with his skill level and the fact that he hasn't deserved to be on the list in previous times. I just don't know about this time for this season. That's all. So Kyrie Irving was another one where I was like, really, y'all? Okay.
Yeah, I like Kyrie Irving on this list. I think he's balling right now. He's part of the reason why the Brooklyn Nets are where they are in climbing up in the Eastern Conference. So no problem with that. Really, really happy to see Donovan Mitchell with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think about LaMelo Ball?
No. I get it. And I have to always remind myself, this is about popularity. And so LaMelo Ball, from that perspective, he hands down, he got that. Very explosive. Really great to watch. Missed him when he wasn't there. His spirit and spark was missed on the court. Trust me, he has that it factor when we're talking about bringing fans into the game. How electric he is. He has all of that. So I see why he's actually on the list. I just don't think that there's somebody else that could be in this spot. That's just what I'm saying. I'm feeling when we're talking about other players that are really moving the needle greatly in their team and in their conference, I just think that somebody else could be in that spot. So for me, LaMelo Ball, if he's here for popularity, I get it, but I think there could be someone else there.
Okay. So LaMelo Ball does not belong on this list. He hasn't even played enough games. In fact, I think he played like 15 to 16 games. Same boat as Kawhi Leonard in my mind. So no, let's get him out of there. But let's talk about
just real quick. Derrick Rose.
Come on, that's
nostalgia. It has to be nostalgia. It has to be.
That can't be real. Derrick Rose. Matter of fact, Tibbs benched him for the New York Knicks. So I'm not sure. I don't know. That one is definitely a head scratcher.
Definitely a head scratcher.
Yeah. Let's talk about some players who should be on this list that we do not currently see. Let's start with the West, if you don't mind.
Yeah, on the West, I'm going to go with Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah.
Where you at? Where Domantas? Where you at? I mean, because I'm sorry, right now, Domantas Sabonis is leading the league in rebounds. And if you've watched any Kings game, where we need to light the beam, Domantas Sabonis is balling. And the Kings are still top 6 in the conference. I just don't see why Domantas Sabonis is not on this list. He would be somebody that I would like to see actually move up in the fans voting. You?
Absolutely. I have Sabonis as well. But for me, I think the biggest, what was Anthony Edwards not being on this list for the Western Conference guards. He is carrying the Minnesota Timberwolves because you ain't getting nothing from Rudy Gobert, who we do not see on this list, which probably a first, right? 2-time, 3-time defensive player of the year, whatever he is. He is not an all-star. He will not be an all-star this season. I'm thinking Anthony Edwards deserves a nod.
You know what? Yeah. You mentioned in a previous video about Los Angeles Clipper by the name of Ivica Zubac. Zubac should be on this list.
Oh, okay.
I think he should be on this list. I'm not saying he needs to be number 1 or 2, but he should most definitely be number 9 or 10. Matter of fact, he should be number 9. Matter of fact. So what I'm gonna need the Clippers to do is, I know that they want to promote Kawhi again. Kawhi is their franchise player. I understand that. But Ivica Zubac, when Kawhi wasn't playing, Zubac was balling. Did y'all? So what I'm saying is, while they're promoting, put 3 people on the email newsletter. Put Kawhi, put Zubac, and put Paul George. If you got to do somebody, but I'm gonna need Zubac to slide up on in there. He deserves to be an all-star this year. He is amazing. So this year for the Clippers, he's been amazing. So yeah, Zubac's for me.
Yes, definitely. I'm really surprised I don't see CJ McCollum on
He was list. Another one I have.
Yes. What? Where is CJ?
Where is CJ? I get why Brandon Ingram. I can understand that. See, I respect, and I like Brandon Ingram, but I can respect why he's not on the list. But CJ McCollum, so you just mean to tell me Zion Williamson just carried? He just carried. You know, Zion Williamson didn't play a lot of. He's played more games than he hasn't this season. But when he wasn't playing, guess who was?
Yes,
CJ McCollum. So yeah, I'm with you on that one. Yes.
Now the game will be held in Salt Lake City. Real surprise, Jordan Clarkson can't join his boy Lauri Markkanen, to represent the Utah Jazz. Crazy. Jordan Clarkson, we all know what he can do. Former 6th man of the year, now in the starting lineup, straight balling. I don't understand why he's not on this list. Instead, we're looking at Jordan Poole, but I think Jordan Poole deserves it as well. Austin Reeves, no, you're right. I don't think he belongs. But yeah, I think Jordan Clarkson and Desmond Bane should definitely be on this list.
Yeah, so hopefully when the second fans returns come about, we'll start seeing other names appear, and some of these names will be moved down the list, because I do believe that there are some deserving players on here to play in the All-Star game and also get that All-Star game bonus.
Yeah, well, do you have any players on the Eastern Conference who should be on this list who are currently not?
Yes, I'm going to go all the way down to Miami. Where's Tyler Hero? I'm sorry.
Oh.
Where's Tyler Hero? If you think he ain't co-carrying the Miami Heat right now, who else is on there? Now, the clutch shots he been putting up and the points he been putting up.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero ain't nowhere on this list.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Stop. What I'm saying is, but we got Derrick Rose. Stop. Tyler Hero for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler is on my list. Also, I'm thinking Julius Randle or Jalen Brunson. Either or, but not both of them deserve to be on this list. The New York Knicks are now a contender in the Eastern Conference. Not saying they're going to win it all, but they're a team to watch.
Yeah, I would probably go Jalen Brunson for me. But I agree. If you're going to have a Nick on this particular all-star list, it should be from those 2 people. I agree. 100%. 100%. What do you think about Darius Garland?
Oh,
you like to see him on this list?
Oh, I'm happy to see him. Surprised that he's only received 143,000 votes. Well, I'd like to see him move up the list, kind of give me some confidence that he'll remain on the second fan return. But yeah, Darius Garland, what he does for the Cleveland Cavaliers in that backcourt with Donovan Mitchell. It's second to none. I'm telling you, yeah, he belongs.
Something to watch. Absolutely. Absolutely. Another, I'm going to go back to the West. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I am super ecstatic that he is on this list and being number 4 under the guards for the Western Conference. Perfect spot. Very, very happy. Although OKC, I'm sorry.
Yeah. If that doesn't matter, then Shai Gilgeous definitely belongs on this list. If we're not looking at seeding, he belongs. Not at all.
I agree. 100%. 1,000%. Yes. What do you okay with Brody being on the list?
Oh, absolutely. Russell Westbrook's going to win 6th man of the year this year.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to add that trophy to his long list, former MVP. Now he's with the Lakers, going to get 6th man of the year. I'm so happy to see Russ. And all that he's done, because think about it. This is a guy who carried the Oklahoma City Thunder, went to the Wiz, picked them up from the dirt. Also, when he played with Houston, he put up some big numbers. But when he came to the Lakers, we all know he couldn't find his spot. And he finally found it as a 6th man. And when he comes in, he ignites that offense, deserves to be on this list. Happy to see him back, playing within his genius. So, yeah, I'm happy for Russ. It goes without saying. Y'all know I rock with Russ.
I knew you would be. Good for him. Yeah, it's for him to be able to accept the role and be great in it. What more can any organization ask for, as far as I'm concerned?